Hey up everyone, Magpie Gaming here, I hope you're all doing well. So 0.12 is out, it is live. Unless you've been living under a rock for the last couple of months, you will of course know that it went live yesterday on Sunday, which seems a bit of an odd day to put a patch out, it really does. On Friday we had a tweet from Battlestate to say that the patch would be coming out on Monday. Not 5 minutes after that they put another tweet out to say ignore the previous tweet, we will be doing the update on Sunday. So I thought, alright, that's cool, I'm not working, I'll be able to get maybe a couple of games in. So 10 AM UK time the game went off and they put a tweet out to say that they would be installing the update to the servers. It would take roughly 2 hours, and they also did the live stream where Nikita was talking to some of the streamers on there. It was basically just going through what to expect and the whole process of updating the servers and everything. So after the 2 hours there was another tweet that came out to say that it would be a little bit longer, there was still some issues to iron out. Then there was another tweet an hour later to say that it would be a little bit longer, and to cut the story short, it was roughly 3 PM UK time that I was able to, or that it was tweeted out to say that we could download the update. Couldn't get on the launcher wouldn't let me on. I and a number of other people that I play with were unable to even get into the launcher. One of our group, he was lucky enough to be able to download it fairly quickly, although still couldn't get into the game. For me it was around 7 PM UK time that I managed to download the update. It went pretty quick. A lot of people were saying that the downloads were slow, but mine was pretty quick. I think it took about 10-11 minutes. Installed it and I still couldn't get on. I could load into the game, it would ask me what language I wanted to use, what name I wanted to use, and then nothing else would happen after that. And I think it was roughly about 8 PM UK time that I managed to actually get into a raid. Now I was trying to synchronize with some of the guys that we play with, and all of us were at varying stages of being able to get into the game. A couple of them managed to team up and get into a game, but I'd been kicked out of the game at that point, so I couldn't join in with them. But I did manage to get into a raid and it was instantly a lot smoother. The gameplay was a lot better, but the issues continued all through the night here in the UK and obviously around the world. There was people complaining, couldn't get on, couldn't get in, and it's got to be said, you know, they're a small studio. I would assume that they don't pay big bucks for the servers that they use, so, and patch day generally is a day to avoid trying to play the game anyway. But I think with all of the buzz around 0.12, I think a lot of us are just thought, you know what, we're going to give it a try anyway. We want to try and get in, we want to see what it's like, how it's changed, etc. But I genuinely think that doing the update on a Sunday was a bad idea. I really do. I think you've got, if people have a day off work, generally they would be off on a Sunday, so a lot of people were trying to get on, and I think things just got completely overloaded at Battlestate's end, and I think it was a bit of a bad move to do it on a Sunday. I think they should have put it off to the Monday. Obviously a lot of people would have been at school, college, uni, they would have been at work, they wouldn't have been able to be at home to download the update or get on, so I think it would have filtered out some of the traffic a little bit. But this is Battlestate and they tend to do things completely the wrong way around sometimes. But today, Monday, it does seem to be a lot smoother. I've managed to just log in and go straight into a game, no issues whatsoever. You can see the footage of that in the background. Yes, I'm running Hatchet for life for me. But yeah, it's a lot smoother. I've got to say the frame rates are a lot better. I've done a little bit of monitoring of it over the last hour playing different maps, and obviously I've been sticking a little bit more to customs because that's where I tend to do the varying amounts of my early Hatchet day runs. Frames are good. The game is a lot smoother. Engagements with other people seem to be a lot smoother. I seem to be able to spot other people a lot better as well for some reason. I'm not sure why. They seem to stand out a little bit more. One thing I'm noticing is that from a distance they just look black. It's just like a silhouette. You can't really make any of the clothing out or anything like that, and they do seem to pop out a lot more against the background. I'm not sure why that is, but graphically the game does look better. Grass and foliage looks a lot richer, the colours are a lot better. I've not been one to use Nvidia filters to make the game look better in the past anyway, and now it looks like a filter's been applied for me, and it does look a lot greener, the colours look a lot richer. As I say, it is a lot smoother. Will we have got rid of those stutters and that we tend to get when we do big engagements with groups? I'm not too sure, but one-on-one it is very, very smooth, and that for me was one of the sticking points with Tarkov. Since I've started playing, you know, you never knew if an engagement was going to be smooth or not, but it does seem to be a lot better now. So I've managed to have a look at the hideout as well. I'll be doing a separate video on the hideout some point this week, just showing how it all works and everything. It's not too hard to get the grasp of it though. Basically, you're able to regenerate your energy, your health, your hydration and your nutrition through the hideout. Now of course, if you do die in raid now, you need to heal yourself outside of raid, but not only heal your health, you have your hydration as well, which goes down, and by the looks of it isn't regenerated in any way whatsoever. I think you need to have your hideout running to regenerate this over time. Now it's not hard to get meds, you can get meds early in the game and heal yourself. So at the moment, that kinda seems like a completely worthless mechanic, having to heal yourself outside of raid. You basically just need to remember to do it and you can go straight back into a raid. So I'm not really understanding the overall concept of this heal outside of raid at the moment. It doesn't slow down going back into a raid, which was what I thought the purpose of it was. So once you've got your hideout up and running to a certain degree, your character will heal over time anyway. As long as you have the generator in your hideout fueled up, you will be able to regenerate. Now you only regenerate a small amount of life to begin with, but as you upgrade your hideout, that will go up. But generally, I would say that 0.12 thus far has been a success. Yes, patch day was a nightmare, but did anybody expect anything less? I don't think the vast majority of us did. We'd hoped we could get in, but I think we all knew that we probably wouldn't, or if we did manage to get into games, they would be very, very hit and miss. But so far so good. It seems very smooth. As I say, the gameplay seems good, it looks very good, and overall it's just looking a lot more tidy now. I think they've done a good job, so I have to give bonus points to Battlestate for this update so far. Obviously there are numerous hotfixes coming out, there are numerous server restarts, there are updates to the launcher, etc. I would expect that to carry on for the next few days as they iron out some of the critical bugs that they're finding within the game and that us players are finding in the game as well. But so far so good. So if you've been playing or been trying to play, let me know your thoughts and feelings on it in the comment section down below, and as always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching and listening. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.